Well, hello. Welcome to episode 150 of the Confident Live Marketing Show. Can't believe we're up to 150. We should have some kind of party or something, I think. But coming up in May this year, we'll have our second anniversary or second birthday, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to be very exciting. And maybe I should do something fun. Let me know what I should do when it comes to May, because that's not that long off, really, in the scheme of things. Anyway, enough of me gibbering. If you've just joined, welcome. This is the first live show, the first Confident Live Marketing Show of 2022. And so my brain has been a little bit confuzzled. Is that a word? I think it is a word. Anyway, it's great to be here. I just need to remember what I'm doing. So if you can be patient with me today, that would be great. I can see we've got the fabulous Katie Simpson watching here, talking about the new quiz. I will talk about that in a little bit, but thank you for that, Katie. It's great to have you here. In today's show, we're talking about tools, and specifically, we're talking about StreamYard. I haven't talked about StreamYard for quite a while, so I thought it would be good to revisit that and see what's happening over there at StreamYard. And I actually spoke to Gage, who's one of the co-founders of StreamYard, a long time ago. I think it might have been 2019. It was the last time I talked to Gage. But anyway, we're going to be talking about that today. So I think it's time to get on with the show. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to episode 150 of the Confident Live Marketing Show. In today's episode, we're talking about tools and specifically about StreamYard. We're going to be looking about what's happening with StreamYard, what's new, some of the cool things, and a bit of a walkthrough on that. So we'll be with you just after this. Or not. What's happened? The video can't be found. That's annoying. Oh dear. This is what happens when you don't go live for a whole month. I think I know what's happened. Right, you're going to have to just talk amongst yourselves while I sort this out. There's me trying to be professional. And I should have tested this all before, but I didn't. So it's my fault. Don't do what I'm doing. There we go. It should be somewhere here. Videos, show assets, I think. And then it's the intro. And then it's probably that. And it's going to take ages and ages to get on with it. But while I'm waiting for that to load, Jeff C is in the house. Great to see you, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Joshua as well. I'll come back to your comment in a minute, but you're saying, I'm glad you're talking about StreamYard. I just used it to record a video yesterday where I needed to share a browser tab. Love that you can use it for that as well as live streaming. Yeah, definitely. We've got Micah here as well. Great to see you. It's awesome to see you here, Micah. I hope you're doing really well. Happy New Year to you. Now, what's happening here is taking ages. Is this going to take ages for this to download? Well, anyway, here we go.
Welcome to the Confident Live Marketing Show with Ian Anderson Gray.
Helping you level up your impact, authority, and profits through the power of confident live video.
Optimize your mindset and communication and increase your confidence in front of the camera.
Get confident with the tech and gear.
And get confident with the content and marketing.
Together, we can go live!
Oh, that's hilarious. Don't you love it when technology goes well? There we go. It shows you that you need to test. You always need to test before you go live, particularly if you haven't gone live for a whole month, which is the case with me. But welcome to the show. 150 episodes. This is episode 150 of the Confident Live Marketing Show. And in today's episode, we're talking about StreamYard, which is a live video streaming tool. Now, before we get on to that, I've got not loads, but quite a few things I just want to talk about first, which I think are really exciting. The first thing is I've got a new book out, and I'll be showing a little bit more about that in future weeks, but this is called the Confident Live Video Playbook, and it's all basically live video tools, how to choose the best live video tool for you. And I've been working on a tool which I'm quite pleased about. It's like a quiz, really. And this is what Katie Simpson was talking about before, saying the new quiz works fantastically. Now, this is currently in beta. I'm just kind of playing around with it at the moment, but let's see if this works and I can share my screen. Yes, I can. So the idea of this is it takes you through a series of questions and it will pick the best tools, live video tools for you. Now, I'd recommend starting off with either the quick and easy or the standard questions. So let's just go through. I'm going to put standard questions here. Have I got a Mac or a PC? Well, in my case, I'm running a Mac, but I could choose either of those. What am I using? What do I want to use the tool for? You've got business and marketing, gaming, just for fun, or other. I'm going to choose business or marketing because that's kind of what I do. I'm happy with geeky tools, I think. I think I am. Well, I normally say that. I want to use high definition, but you could choose 4K. Facebook Live, YouTube, LinkedIn Live, Twitter, I think is fine for me. So you go through all these questions, and then at the end, it will give you a series of tools that you think that it thinks are going to be good for you. Now, at the bottom, I can already see that some of these, like for example, StreamYard Free and Basic, aren't the best for me because they don't offer that high definition. I'm not going to go through all of this now, but basically I will let you know a bit more about that once that is ready. But if in the meantime, if you're watching live and you'd be interested in helping me testing that out, then just pop a comment to let me know, because I could do with a handful of people just going through, just making sure that it's all working. But I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to be really, really cool. What next? Well, next episode, next Tuesday or Thursday, I'm not entirely sure, or Friday if you listen to the podcast, I'm going to be talking about a new live streaming tool from Wave Video. So today we're talking about StreamYard, but next week we'll be talking about Wave Video. They've launched a live video tool, which is really cool. I've been playing around with this, testing with this, and it's a web-based tool, but it has quite a few extra things up its sleeves. Like, for example, it's got scenes. You can actually create scenes ahead of time, and you can have circles for your cameras, so you don't have to be in a box. I'm not going to talk much more about that today, but if you tune into next episode, that's what we're talking about today. To next week, even. Next week. I can see we've got some comments coming through. To keep those comments coming, and I will get back to you very, very soon. But let me know if you're interested in helping me out and testing that live video tool picker. I need to come up with a better tool, a better name for that. What else? The Confident Live Accelerator is going to be coming soon. This is if you are wanting some quality time to launch your live show and podcast. If you want a bit of hand-holding, then this is basically a group mastermind that's going to help you do that. So it's going to be over 6 to 8 weeks, just working out the final things on that. So again, if you're interested in that, let me know. And finally, before we get on with StreamYard, just to let you know that in May this year, and I think the podcast episode will be coming out before May, I think, yeah, it will be. I'm going to be in Orlando in the US. Finally, if the restrictions are lifted, I'm going to be speaking at VidFest. So if you are in or around Orlando in May 2022, do come to VidFest. I will be talking about live video and how you can turn it into a repurposing engine. I'm very excited about that. So that's what we're going to be doing in May. Let's see who we've got watching live. Oh no, Katie says, my computer and my internet are playing up big time at the moment. It's not what you want. Somebody is watching in the Facebook group. I'm sorry I can't see who you are, Facebook user. But anyway, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. We've got Paul watching from Vancouver. Great to see you. And thanks for that plug a couple of weeks ago on Twitter. It's a pleasure. So Paul is saying, I don't actually use StreamYard for my Friday night live show. I use Restream. And I've used StreamYard in the past and found it very useful. Yeah, and I've talked a lot about Restream in the past. I use Restream with Ecamm Live a lot. But I want to talk today about StreamYard because some really cool things with that. Vonna is here saying, hi Ian, great to see you. And Paul says, I'm so glad to catch this live. I often miss your live shows. It's always hard, isn't it? Because we have lives. And somebody's saying, love StreamYard. Well, let's talk about StreamYard because I've not talked about it for a while. And when was it? It was, I can tell you the episode number. Where's it gone? Where has it gone? Episode 24 was when I had Gage on the show, who's the one of the co-founders at StreamYard. And StreamYard it was back then, it was really new. And, it was brand new and didn't have a huge number of features. But over the years, it's grown in the number of features that you've got. One of the things that I really like about StreamYard is just that it is so easy to use. There's a lot of complicated stools. That's not what I want to say. Tools out there. There's a lot of complicated live video tools out there. And what I think I like about StreamYard is just the clean interface. If you are watching live, you can see this is the website here. They say it's the easiest way to create professional live streams. It's one of the easiest live video tools out there. I will definitely say that. And yet they've managed to give you lots of power features as well. So yes, StreamYard doesn't have the same number of features as some other tools, but it has a surprising number. And for most people getting started, StreamYard is great. In fact, one of the things that I'm going to be doing this year, I'm going to be doing a lot more community live shows. And I'm going to be using StreamYard for those. So for this show, I'm going to be using Ecom Live and Restream. But for some of those other shows, I'm going to be using StreamYard. And we'll talk about some of those amazing features in a little bit because I think they are really, really cool. Let's have a look. Paul's saying, am I wrong to assume you are streaming from the UK? You are not wrong, unless you are talking to somebody else, Paul. And I live in the North American Pacific Coast time zone. Yes, so it is kind of like 9:13 in the morning. That's quite early, isn't it? Yeah. So let's log on. Let's log on to my StreamYard account. And let's go through it. So, so the things I like about StreamYard, the things I love about StreamYard is the ease of use, the clean user interface, yet powerful features. So I've logged into StreamYard. I've not used StreamYard for a while, and I've actually deleted all my previous shows in here just to keep it nice and clean. Or actually, maybe I haven't. Let's have a look in the past. So I can click on past. Oh, I've got loads here. So actually, I can see my first anniversary special edition. So that would have been in May 2020 or June 2020. It was a 3-hour show. And then did a few more tests there. So I was going live to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Periscope as it was back then. You can see all of that information there, which is cool. Love that. What else can we do? So, things that have happened since last time is that the event service or event tool company Hopin acquired StreamYard. So StreamYard is now owned by Hopin. But it seems that the guys at StreamYard, although they have joined with Hopin, they still seem to be making their own decisions. They're adding loads of cool new features. One of my concerns is when companies are bought that there's an element of stagnation, and I haven't seen that with StreamYard, which is great. In fact, there's been loads and loads of cool new features that I've seen since they were bought. And one of those is the business plan. So I can't really tell you much more about that. But there's, except for the fact that with normal plans, you can invite one team member, but with the business plans, you can obviously add more, and they'll be adding loads of new features with that. So that's the team feature, which is pretty cool, or business plans. Then also, the other really cool thing they've added is the giveaway plan. And I kind of wish, giveaway tool, I should say. And what this is, so let's see if I can have a look at this. I won't be able to kind of test this out, I don't think, at the moment. But the giveaway tool, when you go live, you'll be able to select the broadcast that you go live to. And then you've got a hashtag that you will decide that you want to use for your giveaway. So it could be hashtag giveaway. And I could say, for example, I'm doing a giveaway today. You get a free t-shirt. Just put hashtag giveaway in the comments. I'm not doing a giveaway, by the way, today, unfortunately, but I will be doing some. So you put hashtag giveaway in the comments, and then what will happen is StreamYard, this tool, will like see all those comments and then enter them into the prize draw, and then we'll spin a wheel and we'll pick the winner, which is really cool. I love this. Now, it's not kind of fully integrated. The way you'd have to do this is then share your screen into StreamYard, which is a little bit clunky, but I love the fact that they've done this. It's just so cool. So let me know what you think about that, because I think the giveaway tool is really cool. Let's create a broadcast. So one of the things you've got on the screen here, we've got broadcasts. Obviously, that's creating a new broadcast. You've got your video library. I haven't got any recordings in here, but basically, once I either record a video or I go live, and there'll be a recording saved in here. Now, really cool thing is that it used to be the case that videos were stored for up to either 15 days or 30 days. They now stay here forever. You're allowed to save up to 50 videos. Now, I think that's great, because I used to get a little bit stressed because I'd maybe forget to download the video to my computer. But they're all saved here until you get to 50 videos. If you want more, you can pay for more later. So I like that. I think that is really good. So don't have any videos there. But so you've got the broadcasts, you've got videos, destinations is good. So I've got a lot of different destinations here. I've got my profile, Facebook profile and page. I've got a couple of groups, my LinkedIn profile, my YouTube channel, Twitch, Twitter, and Amazon Live on a custom RTMP. At the moment, if you want to go live to Amazon Live, you have to use custom RTMP, which is a bit geeky, but it's not as geeky as it sounds. So I can add a destination, and I've got the choice with StreamYard to add Facebook pages, groups, and profiles, LinkedIn pages or profiles, YouTube channels, Twitter Live, which is that's now the new Periscope. Periscope is no more. Twitch, Hopin. So if you're doing some events, and also custom RTMP. And with custom RTMP, you can basically broadcast anywhere. Now, all of these support comments. Well, Facebook does, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch does as well. Custom RTMP doesn't, because basically all that is doing is sending a signal. It's not sending anything back. Twitter Live at the moment, as far as I can tell, doesn't have the ability to send comments back to any tool, whether it's StreamYard, Restream, or whatever. I'm hoping they'll change that. So I can add another one of those in a bit. Now, with StreamYard, at the moment, you've got three plans. You've got the free one, basic, professional, and actually you do have business. They are adding business as well. You have to chat to them if you want to find out more about business. Now, the free plan is obviously free, and it does add the branding, StreamYard branding on there, like a watermark. But it's fine for testing, and if you just want to play around with stuff, it's absolutely fine. But you can do some screen sharing. You can add banners. You can have up to 6 people on screen. So that's you and 5 guests. You can add brand colors. It's got the green screen feature, which is really cool. You can broadcast anywhere. And I think there are limits. What's the limits? You're allowed to stream up to 20 hours per month on the free plan, which is, to be honest, that's a lot. That's more than I stream. How many? I mean, I'd probably stream about 6-7 hours at the most every month. So that's a lot. The basic plan costs $25 per month, or the equivalent of $20 per month if you're paying yearly. You get rid of the branding. You have no restrictions on streaming. You can have up to 10 people on stream, which is the same as Restream. You can add a logo on screen. You can add overlays, backgrounds. You can also do custom RTMP, so that's good for Amazon Live. You can do pre-recorded streams. I'll talk about that in a minute. Recording. So you've got no limit in terms of how many lives it will record, but there's a limit of 6 hours per stream. So if you're going to do a longer show than 6 hours, that's a long show. And I think the longest I've ever done is 4, and that was long. So it will record up to 6 hours per stream, and you've got a maximum of 3 different places you can multi-stream to. So you could do Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitter, say. But if you want more than that, you need to upgrade to the professional plan, which is either $49 per month or the equivalent of $39 per month if you pay yearly. And everything's the same, except you have up to 10 hours. If you want to do like a marathon live stream, you can broadcast up to 8 different destinations at the same time. It does give you full HD, high definition. That's 1080p, which I think is good. And if you're into podcasting, it will give you those individual audio recordings, which I've talked about with Ecamm Live and Restream. They both offer that as well. So if you and your guests will all have separate audio recordings, which is important because, like, if you or one of your guests has a coughing fit halfway through, you can then just separate that out, and you're kind of not stuffed there, which is good. So that's that. And then with the members part of StreamYard, you can add one of your team members on there and give them access. And so, for example, they could produce your show in the background, and they've got their own login. You're not having to share any usernames and passwords, which is great. Right at the bottom of the screen, it tells me how many hours of recording storage I have. So it says recordings are no longer deleted after 15 days. Your plan includes 50 hours of permanent recording storage. You have used 0 seconds of 50 hours. You can always add more storage or free up space by deleting all past recordings. How much does it cost, actually? Doesn't tell me how much it costs. But anyway, that's what you can do. So if you're watching live or watching the replay, let me know if you've got any questions. Micah's saying, how do I set it up on my YouTube live stream in Inconvenience and Countdown can show me? I'm not sure what you mean, Micah. So how do I set it up? How do I set up my YouTube live stream? So what I'm going to do, Micah, I don't know whether this is going to be any help to you, but I'm going to set up a new broadcast and we'll go through this together. So I'm going to create a new broadcast. I've got 2 choices here. The first is just a standard broadcast, which is what we normally do, but they've added a new feature since last time I looked at StreamYard, which is you can use a pre-recorded video. Now, I don't know what I think about this. I know that Restream do this as well. I personally think that live video should be for live video. But not everyone feels comfortable with live. So you do have the option to do a pre-recorded video first, and you can edit it and get it, as perfect as you like. But Facebook and YouTube have their Premiere service. So you can upload the video to Facebook or YouTube and play it as a premiere. And that's what I think you should use for pre-recorded video. But you can, if you like, upload it as a pre-recorded video and play it live. I just would, if you're going to do that, I would just make sure that you're really obvious that this is not live. Don't try and trick people. That's just the way I roll. I just think you should, be upfront about these things. Let's create new broadcast, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to let's add it to Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm not going to add it to Facebook because I don't want this to add it onto that. In fact, actually, no, we'll add it to Facebook as well. So let's just do a test, and I'm going to say, hello, this is a test using StreamYard. Okay, now I can go live straight away, or I can schedule this for later. So let's schedule this for later. Now, when I schedule this for later, I have the ability to add a thumbnail image. So ideally this needs to be 1920 times 1080. Let's see if I can find one that I prepared earlier. This is one I had with when Joe North was on the show. So obviously this is not the correct one. Now, if you're broadcasting to Facebook, it can't be any sooner than 10 minutes away. I'm going to put this on tomorrow at 7:25 p.m. Okay, now the next thing that you can do is you can customize it for each destination. And I would suggest that you do that. So let's do that, customize for each destination. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube. And you have the option to change the privacy. So I'm going to make that unlisted because I don't want this to go public. Now, the next one is that I want to do is you can see, by the way, that it says scheduled on Facebook and YouTube, but not on the others. Now, this is interesting. On Facebook, it's not allowing me to change. That is my Facebook profile, but it's not allowing me to change the privacy settings on that. So this is going to be public. So I'm going to undo that because I don't want to do that. And let's go to Twitch. That's public. I can change the category. Talk shows, that's absolutely fine. And Twitter. So the only destinations you can properly schedule to are Facebook, YouTube and LinkedIn. The other places you can kind of schedule to them. So, but basically, StreamYard won't broadcast to those until you're actually live. Whereas with YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, it will actually create the live post straight away that people can then go to. Okay, let's create the broadcast. So that will actually create that on YouTube. Hopefully, it's not going to do it on Facebook. Oh, maybe it has. Oh dear, maybe it has. Anyway, that's fine. Now, what I can do is I can click on those three dots there. I can invite a guest. And what that will do is it will create a special link that I give to my guest. And that will allow me to bring them into the studio. I can also edit those destinations. Now, can I? Yeah, I can actually remove that. So I can remove Facebook from there. I want to remove that now. I can change the details on that. Now I unfortunately can't change the time. So it says the broadcast was already scheduled on YouTube. We can't unschedule it, which is a shame, but that's okay. Let's click on save. Maybe I can change the time. Can I change the time? Oh, I see what it's saying. So I could make it 8:25 p.m. Yeah. So it's now 8:25 p.m. Cool. Let's enter the studio. Let's enter the studio and see what is happening because this is exciting. So let's do it. Let's do it. Enter the studio. And the first thing it will ask me to do is just select my camera. So I've got my trusty C920 camera over on the left. And I can click on, I can also see that my audio is coming through, which is great. Now I love this because it's so clean and easy to see. So if you have any non-techie people as guests, this is again what they will see. So I can click on the cog. I can change my camera. So I could change it to that, but that's going to look really weird. Let's not do that. And I've got some advanced options. Now this is really cool because it used to be that in StreamYard, the highest definition you had for a camera was 720p. Even if you broadcast the show in 1080, you didn't have the camera was going to be a max of 720. So if your camera supports 1080, you can select 1080 now, which is great. Audio, so you can choose your microphone, your speaker as well. Echo cancellation is cool. Not if you play music though. So if you have headphones like I have, I would switch this off. But if you're playing any kind of music, then you want to switch this off as well. You've got stereo audio, and I've also got the ability for StreamYard to automatically adjust the mic volume as well. You want to play around with these things. Now, virtual background. This is something that is new. The green screen part of this is not new. I actually did a YouTube video a while ago, so I'm not going to show you that now. I do have a green screen behind me, but obviously the virtual backgrounds will be much better if you have a green screen. But StreamYard now has the facility to add virtual backgrounds, even if you don't have a green screen. So I could put like a brick wall. Now, it's probably not going to be great. It's okay, I suppose. I could be in a nice lounge with a grand piano, or I could be, it looks like kind of like an Italian restaurant or something, or I could be in front of some curtains. But it also has the ability to blur the background, which is great. Now, these will be much better, well, apart from the blur, will be much better with a green screen. But I love those features. So that's great. And then finally, in the settings, you've got hotkeys. This is more advanced, but if you want to have hotkeys or shortcut keys to be able to mute your microphone, switch your camera on and off, change the layout, which I'll talk about in a little bit, you can change these. And if you have a Stream Deck, which is one of these little cool things down here, in fact, but I won't show you now, but you've got all these different buttons. You can assign different keys on your Stream Deck to be able to control things with StreamYard, which is really cool. I love that. So lots of advanced settings there, but you don't actually need to worry about most of those. So I've got my display name there, which obviously is Ian Hanson Gray. I can mute myself, I can stop my camera, but let's enter the studio. Okay, so at the top, I can see that the show is scheduled for Friday, January the 28th at 8:25 p.m. I can see that I'm broadcasting to YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. I can click on those. I can view the video on YouTube, so it's going to open a new video, open a new page. I can see that I'm going live in 26 hours, which is cool. I can do that also, view that on Twitch and on, well, I can't do it on Twitter yet. That's interesting. I can view it on Twitch. I don't think I can. No. Okay, it's broadcast. I think it's showing me, showing this current broadcast. But let's have a look at what we can do. So I could go live now if I wanted, but there is nothing on the screen at the moment. So the first thing that I need to do is add me. So down below the main black screen and the layouts will be me, will be my guests. I can add myself to the stream. And there I am in front of the screen there. And I can change the layouts and do all this kind of stuff. But at the moment, it's just me on the screen. Now, I'm not full screen at the moment because I was playing around with some settings. I didn't even know we had this. Now, where is it? It's probably under brand, maybe. I think it's there. And let's have a look. I'm not going to be able to find it now, am I? I don't think. There's a background. So I can add a background like that. Maybe it is under settings, layouts. There we go. So under layouts, there's this option now, crop solo layout to show background image. So if I uncheck that, you won't be able to see the background image. But I quite want that. I think I do want that. So let's just crop the solo layout. So it's going to show that background image. So if you want to have a little bit of color behind you and it's just you on the show, then you'll want to select that. So let's have a look at the brand part, because one of the cool things that StreamYard have done is they've actually added different brands, or if you have a number of different shows, you can set these up. So this says brand 1. I need to rebrand that or rename that to the Confident Live Marketing Podcast. So that's that. I can then just put my logo there. But if I swap that with, say, this one, I might want to put the StreamYard logo there at the top and different settings there. So that's pretty cool. If you have multiple shows, you can swap between the different ones, which is great. So we have different themes for titles and for comments. We've got bubble, classic, minimal, and block. So it doesn't give you a huge number of options. It's not as customizable as, say, Ecamm Live or other tools like vMix and things like that. But for most people getting started, this is absolutely fine. And so if I can go to banners and I can show you some of these. So this is a banner. Let's go back to here. I can change that to a bubble. I can change that to a minimal one or a block. And I think they're quite nice looking. Overlays. If we look down at overlays, overlays are images that appear on top of what you see. So for example, I can put an overlay that I created before, which is going to look a little bit weird. But these will go on top of what you see. And if you had like a guest on, you could create an overlay that has you and your guest in there. You've also got video clips as well, which is cool. Now, let me just see what I've got here. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Might not. You might not be able to hear this, but the video clips. So we can add like a countdown timer here. And you can upload your own videos there. And then, of course, you've got backgrounds, which will happen underneath your main camera there. Now, I can't show you all the different layouts, but you've got solo layout, you've got a cropped layout, a group layout, spotlight, and then you can also share your screen and do some other cool things. So, yeah, loads of really cool features now in StreamYard. I love the simplicity of it all. But they're adding a load more features here. With the comments, you'll see the comments across all those different destinations. It does say some destinations won't get comments. So this is interesting. So YouTube you can read, you can actually get the comments and you can post. Same with Twitch, you can read and post. Facebook pages, you can read and post. Facebook groups, you can read, but you will only really get the name and the photo if they've given permission, and you can't post to the group, which is kind of annoying. It's Facebook. And the same with profiles. LinkedIn, I didn't know that. So you can read, but you can't post. I didn't know that. If a LinkedIn user has made to make their profile invisible outside of LinkedIn, their comments won't show their name. I did know that. Also, LinkedIn currently doesn't support posting comments from StreamYard. I need to look into that because I thought that did work with other tools. So we need to look into that. Twitter doesn't support any at the moment. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? So like with LinkedIn Live, if you want to comment, you have to comment on directly on LinkedIn at the same time. So I've learned something new. Yes. So there we go. So if you're watching live, let me know if you've got any questions or any comments on that. Let's just go through. I just want to go through all of those things that are new. Since last time I looked at StreamYard, you've got the business plans, you've got the giveaway tool, 1080p cameras, the destinations, you've got a few extra ones there. Videos can be stored forever. You're up to 50, and if you want to purchase more, you can. You can broadcast a previously recorded video. You've got the virtual background feature, including the blur effect. You've got the crop feature, the cropping the solo layout so you can show the background image. You've got hotkeys, which is great for stream decks. And you've got the different brands as well. You've also got this other feature, which I know that Restream has as well. Let's have a look. I think it's under banners. No, it's under brand. And we scroll down to the bottom, we've got background music now. So we can choose different types of background music. So we can have lo-fi, rock, acoustic, cinematic. Don't know whether this is going to come through. But yeah, there we go. That's cool. So yeah, you can do that. Video clips, yes. So it's pretty cool what you can do. I really like it. Really like what you can do with StreamYard. So there we go. That is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other quick questions before we go. Next episode, I will be talking about Wave Video's new live video tool. And there is quite a few other live video tools that I will be talking about over the next few weeks, which is going to be exciting, definitely exciting. I think that's it. I think that is it. Actually, I feel that my voice is starting to go. So I think I'm going to probably leave it there. But I will be coming back. My aim is to come back every Tuesday and every Thursday for new live shows. The podcast has not stopped. That's been coming out every single Friday. So do check out the Confident Live Marketing Show. That comes out on, in fact, it comes out tomorrow. So check that out. Definitely do. Ivona saying melon. And some people might be thinking, what on earth is somebody saying melon? Melon is a live video tool, and I will absolutely be talking about that. So I've been chatting with the guys at Melon. I'm excited to be looking at that. So that's definitely part of my plan. There's Wave Video, and there's also another cool tool as well I will be talking about. So yeah, it's just been a while since I've looked at some live video tools, and I thought it would be good to look at that. And I'll also be revisiting Restream and Ecom Live as well. Well, that is it for this week. Now, I think that the button for the last video is not going to work. So we'll see about that. So let's just press this button, see if this works. No, that doesn't work. So the likelihood is that when I press my last video button, it's not going to work. But I will say my final phrase, which I always do, which is, I encourage you to level up your impact, authority, and profits through the power of Confident Live Video. See you soon. Bye. And the button doesn't work. So I need to locate the file. So just give me a second, and then we will say goodbye. Which one is it? I've got two. Outro. It's probably that one. Probably. Okay, and it's going to take probably about a minute just to download from Dropbox. But there we go. It'll be fine for next time. It'll work for next time. But this is what happens when you don't go live for a whole month. Don't do it. I mean, do you know, I've actually really enjoyed this last month. It's been nice just to chill out and work also at some other cool things, which I was talking about earlier on at the beginning of this broadcast. So that was cool. How many seconds now? It's nearly there, is it? It's going to be...
Thanks for watching the
There we go. It's loaded now. So I'll say that again. I encourage you to level up your impact, authority, and profits through the power of Confident Live Video. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks for watching the Confident Live Marketing Show with Ian Anderson Gray.
Make sure you subscribe at iag.me/podcast so you can continue to level up your impact, authority, and profits through the power of live video.
And until next time,
Toodaloo.